Howdy Indie Warriors, and welcome to I Dream of Indie Games. My name's Old Gamer Joe, and it's that time again, Monday! I know, it's not always the day you look the most forward to, but hey, this show makes things a little better, right? Because we're here to talk about all of the upcoming indie releases for this week, for the week of September 2nd through the 6th of 2024. Thank you so much for supporting independent content like this. Be sure to like and subscribe, and yes, before we get into all of these amazing releases for this week, we do want to take a moment to thank our wonderful indie sponsor for this video, who's helping us to create independent content just like this. And today we're talking about AMGI Animation. Their latest release, in collaboration with NVIDIA, is My Pet Hooligan, an action multiplayer title that is currently available in early access on Epic Games, with a full launch scheduled for 2025. Are you a fan of Pixar films? Well, the reason I ask is because you may have noticed this game has a striking resemblance to one of those, and that's because ex-Pixar employees are responsible for this amazing art that's featured in My Pet Hooligan. This wacky online action title is chock full of creativity, and even has skateboarding rabbits. Whoa! If that wasn't adorable enough, players even have the option to take control of characters' facial features using an iPhone app. Now how's that for technology? Controlling faces, ooh. While this free-to-play multiplayer shooter is in early access, there is still plenty of content currently available, so don't be shy, folks. Plus, it's free, so what do you have to lose? With an absolutely wild and insane over-the-top variety of goofy cartoon weapons, advanced techniques for more serious players to master, and those intense PvP matches, it would be understandable if you let the adorable aesthetic fool you. But don't do that. Battle the evil MetaZuckbot through Hooliland City now, and prove that you are the hooligan we all knew you were going to be. And maybe check out some of the cosmetic packs while you're nabbing your free download. And just kidding, you're not a hooligan at all. In fact, you're awesome if you use the links in our description box below and check this one out for yourself. Once again, a very special thank you to AMGI Animation for sponsoring this video. But now, folks, you know the deal. It's on to the indies. We lead off this week with a new strategy title from Devolver Digital, and it's called Sumerian Six, but it's launching on the 2nd. Missed marketing opportunity, maybe? Probably not. Take control of the Enigma Squad and take down demon Nazis using real-time tactical techniques. You'll have plenty of ways to do so too, as each of your teammates comes equipped with unique abilities of their own. I'll be the first to admit I am not Mr. Tactical, but anything with the Devolver label attached to it always piques my interest, as they're known for releasing so many exceptional indie games.
Of the world's greatest minds, and stop the Third Reich before it's too late! Because this is a stealth strategy game, you'll be tasked with eliminating enemies and completing objectives without raising an alarm. At first, the odds seem stacked against you. But by utilizing the unique skills of the Enigma Squad, you can conquer any challenge, find holes in the Nazi defenses, exploit them, and deal with anyone standing in your way.
Moving along, we have a co-op puzzler. That sounds tantalizing. Together in Between will be launching also on the 2nd. This black and white title has you exploring a library when suddenly a mysterious book changes everything. Work together to solve various puzzles and escape the labyrinth. You know what they say, 2 heads are better than 1. Should you fail, you'll be trapped with the Wizard King forever. I was a really big Until Dawn fan back on the PlayStation 4. In fact, I think it was maybe my favorite game on that console, but I must admit, I have not kept up with Supermassive's other offerings. But I did find it interesting to see that they are now teaming up with Behavior Interactive for their latest release, The Casting of Frank Stone. And yeah, this one's probably not necessarily indie, but maybe more in that AA category at this point. I don't know, either way, thought it would be cool to feature because of course, Dead by Daylight is such a massive indie darling. Make choices in this nightmarish town of Cedar Hills, which has a very tragic past. One thing I remember about Until Dawn was its amazing visual presentation, and that seems to have carried over to this title. I can't say I know all that much about Dead by Daylight itself, but I do think the atmosphere of this game looks great, and I'd be willing to give it a shot just because I did in fact love Until Dawn so much.
And Christine Gordon with Linda Castle, Robert Green, and Bonnie Rivera.
We gotta get out of this place! We gotta get out of here right now! We gotta go!
Dare you enter Murder Mill.
And cut!
I think we got it.
The film is legendary. I heard it was only screened a few times, and each time the audience flew into a rabid, murderous rage. The CIA's got this secret lab called the Larry Memorial Institute where they use it for enhanced interrogation.
How do you know all this?
I'm a fan.
Have you grown weary of your average run-of-the-mill cargo hauling simulator? Do you wish your trucking games involved a little more space? Well then you're not going to believe the premise of this next title. In Star Truckers, you'll be playing as an intergalactic truck driver, delivering goods, taking on odd jobs, collecting, salvage, and upgrading your rig in outer freaking space. There's a distinctly Americana vibe to this title that seems quite charming, and you'll meet all sorts of unique acquaintances via your CB radio. I've gotta say, I'm not usually drawn to sim games, but the out-of-space twist of this title has me intrigued at the very least. No, you're not alone in your deja vu. This game was on the list a few weeks ago if you're a frequent watcher of this show, but it's back because the release date was delayed. Finally, we'll be playing through this first-person survival horror game when it releases on September 3rd. We're talking about Pneumata. If you're just hearing about this title for the first time, forget everything I just said and let me catch you up to speed. Pneumata is a cosmic horror title with similarities to games like Condemned. You'll be searching crime scenes, collecting resources, and of course, facing off against grotesque enemies. Can you tell the difference between reality and insanity? Explore the decrepit apartment building of Clover Hill in Pneumata to find out. I don't know who's asking for this, but apparently folks are getting excited about Fantasy Map Simulator. Okay, so it doesn't look like much, but the idea of literal world building is pretty damn fascinating. In this early access title, you'll not only be creating your own fantasy world, but also controlling fates, shaping the outcome with your outside influence. You can simulate evolution, diplomacy, and even war between your made-up nations. Definitely an interesting concept for the power-hungry and fantasy-loving among us. Ooh, I'm getting a little parched. You may know Surf and Turf, but have you heard of Ale and Tale? No, it's not a game about sick furries, releasing on September 5th. Ale and Tale is a genre-mixing title that combines first-person tavern management with adventuring, cooking, fishing, hunting, fighting, and pretty much everything in between. Ale and Tale seems to have something for pretty much every type of gamer with an open world to explore. Yes, I know, another early access title, but this one simply looks too interesting to pass up talking about. Boyhood's End drops on September 5th as well and has an aggressively retro aesthetic, complete with pixel art and some awesome sounding chiptune tracks. In this sci-fi world of humans and AI, Giovanni is the human with the lowest human score, which makes him prone to bullying and abuse from others. That is until Campanella, a certified genius, gets involved, and the two boys run away together to the farthest reaches of the universe. This game is being released chapter by chapter in early access, with early purchasers getting the game at a discount. And don't worry, I'm not signing off without giving you at least one Souls-like game to torment yourselves with: Perennial Order. A Flora-inspired Souls-like is taking root on September 6th. A so-called 2D plant horror boss rush, Perennial Order promises unique plant-based enemies around every corner with both local and online co-op, so you won't have to go it alone. There's something beautifully unsettling about this artwork, made all the more impressive by the fact that it was created by only one artist and one animator. Sure, Perennial Order won't be for everyone, but this is a must-wish list for those that love Souls-like games. Alright, there you have it. Those were the most followed releases for this week, but that's not every indie game I want to highlight here, so here you go, that beautiful sizzle reel. Roll that beautiful indie footage.